diffused astrocytic and oligodendroglial gliomas. So the primary tumors of the CNS are divided as the glial tumors, choroid plexus tumors, neuronal and glioneuronal tumors, embryonal tumors, pineal parenchymal tumors, meningioma, non-meningothelial mesenchymal tumors, osseous cartilaginous endothelial myogenous other mesenchymal nerve sheath tumors of the craniospinal axis, lymphoproliferative histiocytic and myeloproliferative disorders, and germ cell tumors. Melanocytic tumors, paraganglioma, chordoma, hemangioblastoma, the von Hippel-Lindau disease, and other primary tumors. So this is the 2016 classification. Diffuse astrocytic and oligodendroglial tumors, other astrocytic tumors, ependymal tumors, other gliomas, choroid plexus tumors, neuronal and mixed neuronal glial tumors, tumors of the pineal region, embryonal tumors, and tumors of the cranial and paraspinal nerves. So this discussion is entirely about the diffuse astrocytic and the oligodendroglial tumors, the low grade ones. Diffuse astrocytoma IDH mutant, gematocytic astrocytoma IDH mutant, diffuse astrocytoma IDH wild type, and diffuse astrocytoma NOS. So we will concentrate only on this category today. So coming to the diffuse astrocytic and oligodendroglial gliomas, they tend to primarily grow in an infiltrative manner within individual tumor cells, spreading mostly along the white matter tracts, in the perivascular spaces, subpial regions, and surrounding neurons, perineuronal satellotosis. These last three structures are called the secondary structures of Scherer. So these are the secondary structures of Scherer. The around the neuron, subpial, and around the blood vessel. These are the tumor cells growing around these three important sites. It is now recognized that the IDH mutant diffuse astrocytoma and oligodendrogliomas have considerably more in common. So we no longer have any differentiation between the astrocytoma and the oligodendroglioma. It was initially surprising to find mutations of this Krebs cycle related gene in 10% of glioblastoma patients of the secondary form only. It is present only in the secondary glioblastoma. Subsequently demonstrated in 80% of lower grade, that is, WHO grade 2 and 3 gliomas, regardless of astrocytic or oligodendroglial lineage. Then, if there is ATRX and T50 mutation, then the precursor cell will go towards the astrocytoma morphology. Whereas if there is 1p19q codeletion with mutations of TERT, CIC, and FUBP1, then the tumor will become the oligodendroglioma. In contrast, the most common subtype of the primary de novo glioblastoma in older adults is the IDH wild type by definition, and this is associated with TERT mutations, cytogenetic alterations with trisomy 7, monosomy 10, EGFR gene amplifications in roughly a third of cases. The major stratification of IDH mutant and IDH wild type tumors. We have some other genetic mutations like the pediatric low-grade gliomas with FGFR1 or MAB alterations, H3K27M mutant diffuse midline glioma, BRAF V600 mutant epithelioid glioblastomas, and the H3G34R V mutant high-grade hemispheric gliomas. So coming to the diffuse astrocytomas of either the IDH mutant type or the IDH wild type, the diffuse infiltrating astrocytomas constitute the largest group. Spontaneous mutations of the isocitrate dehydrogenase IDH gene complex, particularly IDH1, represent the earliest, possibly initiating and the most common genetic alterations in WHO grade 2-3 diffuse astrocytoma. Secondary glioblastomas arising from these WHO grade 2-3 diffuse astrocytomas. WHO grade 2-3 oligodendrogliomas. So traditionally we divided the diffuse astrocytomas into fibrillary, gematocytic, and protoplasmic cell types. But now the WHO 2016 only gematocytic is sufficiently unique. Coming to the fibrillary has the filamentous cytoplasmic processes, by far the most frequently encountered. As such, it is considered the de facto subtype when discussing diffuse astrocytomas in general. Protoplasmic has a typical cobweb-like pattern. It is also encountered in some oligodendrogliomas and pilocytic astrocytoma, so this is not reproducible. So it is discarded from the latest WHO classification. Coming to the gematocytic astrocytoma, the large tumor cells have the globose bellies of the glassy eosinophilic cytoplasm and peripherally displaced nuclei. Gemstocyte, gemstos meaning laden or full of. Laden or full of what? Accumulation of GFAP. Gemstocytes should have, the tumor should have at least 20% of gemstocytes by definition. Virtually, it is restricted to the cerebral hemispheres of adults. Aberrant nuclear immunoablative of P53 is common, a phenomenon that reflects the prevalence of T53 gene mutation in this variant. They harbor the IDH mutation slightly less often than fibrillary type, 74% compared to fibrillary, which is 92%. Shows similar genetic patterns to those of lower grade IDH mutant astrocytomas. How we differentiate with ependymoma or the astroblastoma? The gliovascular structuring may be apparent, that is defined as a radially arranged gemstocytes projecting short cytoplasmic processes towards centering blood vessels to form pseudo-rosettes that may bring ependymoma or astroblastoma to mind, but the latter types do not permeate the neuroparenchyma in the diffuse fashion as the gemstocytic astrocytoma. How will you differentiate with oligodendroglial tumors? Oligodendroglial tumors composed of diminutive mini gemstocytes or the exceptional oligodendroglioma undergoing macrogemstocytic chain with the tumor progression. But these do not manifest the perivascular lymphocytic cuffing, may exhibit a distinctively lobular or the pavement-like architecture, and almost invariably harbor more classy clear cell features elsewhere. Oligodendrogliomas usually display no P53 immunoreactivity. There is no P253 mutation in the oligodendroglioma. Instead, they have the 1p19q co-deletion. Gemstocytic astrocytomas are currently graded in the same fashion as the conventional astrocytomas. Gemstocytic, but they tend to progress more rapidly. It is for these reasons that WHO classifies these as a distinct variant. Coming to the diffuse fibrillary astrocytoma, afflicts all subjects of all ages and may arise at any level of the central neuraxis, but the cerebral hemispheres are by far the most common. Here, their characteristics centered in the central white matter. There is a smaller subset of biologically distinct tumors originating in the midline structures like the basal ganglia, thalamus, brainstem, spinal cord, called the diffuse midline glioma, the H3K27 mutant. Exceptional variants are situated entirely within the leptomeninges and the subarachnoid space, where they derive from the heterotopic neuroglial res. There is a three-tiered WHO system: diffuse astrocytoma WHO grade 2, anaplastic astrocytoma WHO grade 3, or the glioblastoma WHO grade 4, with the molecular substratified IDH mutant or the IDH wild type. Since the majority of WHO grade 2-3 are IDH mutant, one must always consider other diagnostic possibilities for the infrequent IDH wild type examples, including early or undersampled glioblastoma, rarer pediatric molecular subtypes of diffuse glioma, and more favorable entities such as pilocytic astrocytoma, pleomorphic xanthoastrocytoma, or the ganglioglioma. The diagnosis of glioblastoma is generally reserved for astrocytic tumors of the highest grade and not applied to poorly differentiated gliomas of the oligodendroglial or the ependymal lineage. Well-differentiated diffuse astrocytomas WHO grade 2 typically present in the third or fourth decade of life and are less common after 50 years of age. As low-grade astrocytomas do not usually provoke significant neovascularization of the infiltrated neuroparenchyma, they appear in CT and MRI as non-enhancing low-density regions. So contrast enhancements means there is a disruption of the blood-brain barrier. So when there is a disruption of the blood-brain barrier, you should think that the astrocytoma has undergone focal anaplastic progression. In other non-enhancing examples, you can use the flare of the T2 weight MR measures. Grossly, WHO grade 2 astrocytomas are spatially indistinct, producing a diffuse expansion and induration of the permeated CNS structures, along with the highly characteristic blurring or effacement of the gray-white landmarks. How will you differentiate with the hyperplastic astrocytes and this low-grade astrocytoma? With secondary structure formation, subpial aggregation, perivascular condensation, perineuronal satellitosis is seen in neoplasm. Even distribution of hyperplastic astrocytes and reactive glial proliferations. Immeasurable utility in establishing neoplastic nature is the microcystic change. Microcystic change means neoplasm. Less specific significance attached to this finding of the scattered calcospheroids. Calcospheroids is tumor neoplasm. A conspicuous admixture of foamy macrophages, on the other hand, militates strongly against the diagnosis of astrocytoma in the absence of prior therapy and should instead prompt considerations of demyelinating disease or infarction. So, if you see foamy macrophages, think of the prior therapy, demyelination, or infarction. Conspicuous lymphocytic cuffing of the regional blood vessels, the hallmark of inflammatory CNS disorders, occasionally attends conventional ascitic neoplasm, but among the neuroepithelial tumors is most common in gematocytic astrocytoma, pleomorphic xanthoastrocytoma, and ganglioma. O grade 2 astrocytoma should not reveal foci of microvascular proliferation, increased mitotic activity, or zones of necrosis. Processes contain bundles of intermediate filaments composed of GFAP, the principal cytoskeletal constituent elaborated by the human astrocytes. What are the predisposing factors? Radiation, NF1, Liferominy, germline P53 mutation, Turcot, brain tumor polyposis syndrome 1, germline mutation in DNA mismatch repair enzymes, and multiple enchondromatosis syndrome known as Ollier-Maffucci disease. Mutation in IDH1 or its homolog IDH2. A single point mutation in the codon 132 converting arginine to histidine accounts for 90% of all mutations. The R132H mutant R132, that is arginine to histidine, at 132 position specific immunostain is often used as the initial screening tool to detect this subtype, followed by sequencing of the IDH1 codon 132 and IDH2 codon 172 homologous region to look for rarer mutations in immunonegative examples. In the case of O grade 2 astrocytoma that IDH wild type, additional differential diagnostic considerations include the pediatric counterpart, more often showing the FGFR1, the MYB alterations, and long-term epilepsy-associated tumors such as the ganglioma, pleomorphic xanthocytoma, dysembryoblastic neuroepithelial tumor, often the CD34 BRAF V600E immunoreactive. The great majority of the IDH mutant astrocytomas also harbor mutations of the ATRX and the P53 genes. ATRX protein is important in chromatin maintenance remodeling. It is also called the alpha thalassemia mental retardation X-linked protein. It is ubiquitously expressed in all non-neoplastic nuclei. In contrast, expression is usually lost in astrocytoma cells harboring somatic mutations. The P53 protein, the half-life is normally so short that P53 wild-type nuclei appear negative, whereas the most common mutations leads to protein stabilization and overexpression pattern. So, interpretative care is warranted.